Houston, we have a situation, and I am telling you right now, the tectonic plates of the National Football League are shifting beneath our feet. If you thought the Texans were just going to sit back and politely ask permission to compete this year, you are dead wrong. General Manager Nick Caserio is playing chess while the rest of the league is stuck on checkers. We are talking about aggressive, franchise-altering maneuvers happening right now, behind closed doors. Brace yourselves, because the front office is orchestrating a masterclass in roster building that changes absolutely everything.
Let us get right into the trenches, because that is where football games are truly won and lost. According to a highly crucial report from Aaron Wilson over at KPRC, the Houston Texans are absolutely not messing around when it comes to protecting their franchise quarterback. The insider information indicates that the team is fully expecting to add around 4 offensive linemen in free agency. 4. That is practically an entire new wall of protection, and it speaks volumes about the front office identifying their most glaring weakness and attacking it with unapologetic aggression. But here's where the story gets incredibly spicy, and I need you to pay very close attention to the names being dropped here. There is reported mutual interest between the Texans and absolute mauler Wyatt Teller. Do you understand what Wyatt Teller brings to a football team? The man is a human bulldozer. He possesses a level of sheer violence and physicality in the run game that changes the entire attitude of an offense. You put him on the right side of your line, and suddenly defenders are making business decisions before the snap. But Nick Caserio is not stopping there. The Texans are also zeroing in on Braden Smith and Cade Mays. Braden Smith is a seasoned veteran who understands the intricate nuances of pass protection at the highest possible level in this league. This is a brilliant strategic maneuver. You do not just want bodies, you want established, battle-tested warriors who can step into the facility on day one and command respect. I look at this strategy and I am floored by the ambition. For years, we have seen this organization try to patch up the offensive line with duct tape and cheap alternatives, hoping for a miracle that never arrived. Those days are officially over. They are actively negotiating, evaluating, and positioning themselves to dominate the point of attack. This is a radical shift in philosophy that proves they are ready to contend right now, not 3 years down the road. You bring in a guy like Wyatt Teller, you secure a right tackle like Braden Smith, and you instantly elevate the ceiling of your entire offensive unit. However, fortifying the offensive line is only one half of the equation if you want to run a championship-caliber offense. You can build the greatest wall in the history of the National Football League, but it means absolutely nothing if you do not have a relentless, punishing force standing in the backfield ready to exploit those massive gaps. Which brings us to a breaking development that no one saw coming. Are you absolutely ready for the ultimate offensive plot twist right now?
If you want to keep getting exclusive insights and breaking insider news like this before anyone else does, subscribe to the channel right now. Do not miss a single update on our team. Listen to me very carefully, because this is where the puzzle pieces violently snap into place. On Friday, March 6th, the Houston Texans pulled off an absolute blockbuster trade, officially acquiring star running back David Montgomery from the Detroit Lions. Boom! Just like that, the entire landscape of the AFC South has been altered. For days, the rumor mill was spinning out of control, with whispers that Montgomery desperately wanted out of Detroit. He was looking for a fresh start, a new system, and a franchise that truly valued his punishing style of football. Enter Nick Caserio, who swooped in like a hawk to secure one of the most reliable, hard-nosed runners in the entire National Football League. This is not just a standard transaction. This is a massive statement of intent from this organization. You do not trade for a player of this caliber unless you fully believe your championship window is wide open right this very second. Think about the strategic brilliance of this acquisition. We just spent time discussing how the front office is meticulously constructing a brand new, dominant offensive line. Now you take that revamped wall of blockers and you put David Montgomery right behind them. It is a match made in football heaven. Montgomery is the exact prototype of a running back who thrives when he has downhill momentum. He breaks tackles, he punishes linebackers, and he constantly falls forward for those hidden, crucial extra yards that sustain long drives and break the spirit
spirit of opposing defenses. I am literally getting chills just visualizing the sheer violence this rushing attack is going to inflict on Sundays. The days of opposing defenses dropping 7 men into coverage and daring us to run the ball are officially over. If they try that nonsense now, David Montgomery will make them pay dearly. This trade forces defensive coordinators to respect the box, which in turn is going to create massive, wide-open passing lanes for our aerial assault. It is a brilliant, multifaceted strategy that completely redefines our offensive identity from the ground up. The sheer audacity to pull off this trade while simultaneously overhauling the offensive line shows a front office operating at the absolute peak of their powers. But hold on, because if you thought the offensive line reconstruction and the David Montgomery trade were the final chapters of this unbelievable offseason saga, you are gravely mistaken. There is another absolutely massive, game-changing piece to this championship puzzle that just dropped, and it involves a certified superstar joining the ranks. Can you handle even more monumental, jaw-dropping news right here and right now on this very same day before we sign off completely?
If your heart rate is not already through the roof, you might want to check your pulse right now, because the Houston Texans are officially putting the entire league on high alert. We just broke down the massive offensive line overhaul. We just digested the jaw-dropping acquisition of David Montgomery. But Nick Caserio is out here operating on an entirely different stratosphere, proving that he is not just building a playoff contender, he is actively constructing a juggernaut. It has been confirmed that the Texans have reached a monumental agreement with a 5-time Pro Bowler right before the offseason truly kicks into high gear. Let that sink in for a second. A 5-time Pro Bowl talent is packing his bags and coming to Houston. This is the ultimate domino effect in action, folks. When you start building an elite offensive line, and when you trade for a battering ram like David Montgomery, you send a very loud, very clear message to the rest of the league. You tell every single superstar out there that Houston is no longer a rebuilding project. Houston is a premier destination for champions. Elite players want to play with other elite players. They want to join a roster that has a definitive identity, a relentless culture, and a front office that is willing to pull the trigger on aggressive moves to win a Super Bowl. The addition of a 5-time Pro Bowler is the crown jewel of this entire offseason strategy. It elevates the locker room presence, it brings unmatched veteran leadership, and it completely shatters the ceiling of what this team can accomplish this year. This is not just a free agent signing, this is a paradigm shift. Opposing coaches are going to look at our depth chart and they are going to sweat. They are going to lose sleep trying to figure out how to defend a team that has suddenly fortified its trenches, secured a dominant running back, and added a proven world-class superstar to the mix, all in the span of a few days. The sheer magnitude of these 3 combined moves is absolutely staggering. We are witnessing a masterclass in aggressive team building, and it proves that the front office is fully committed to bringing a Lombardi trophy to this city. The pieces are finally coming together, the vision is crystal clear, and the execution has been absolutely flawless. But here's the million-dollar question that every single fan needs to be asking right now. With all of these massive, franchise-altering moves happening so incredibly fast before our very eyes today, what exactly is going to be the next massive strategic step forward?
Let me make this perfectly clear before we wrap up. We are standing at the threshold of a completely new era for the Houston Texans. The front office is not just participating in the offseason, they are dictating it. They are reshaping the entire AFC landscape with ruthless precision, and this franchise is geared up for an unforgettable run. I need to hear from every single one of you right now. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these 3 massive moves has you the most hyped for the upcoming season? Is it the offensive line overhaul, the David Montgomery trade, or the mystery 5-time Pro Bowler? Sound off. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so we can keep building this incredible community together. Go Texans!